Hello, everyone. So, I was watching the Super Bowl, and there was this. Okay, let's go back even further. There was a Super Bowl with Janet Jackson, and she had a wardrobe malfunction where her little boobie popped out. Well, that's not so big in itself. Then we watched the following year, and they watched Paul McCartney, and they reviewed him like constantly. They had him rehearse and rehearse and rehearse in front of him. They were like watching him to make sure that he didn't have any um, wardrobe malfunctions. And then this one that just happened here. I was watching the Super Bowl, and I'm watching her. This woman, I don't even know who she is. I'm just watching her, and she's like holding her finger above her pussy, like pointing at it, like pointing at her pussy while she's wearing this really skimpy thing. And it's just like, this is the Super Bowl. This is what my children could be watching, without my consent, without my yeah. I mean, to think that to watch the Super Bowl, and you have to have a parental rating on the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl itself hasn't even taken that into consideration. They're just like pumping out this vagina power, which I kind of think is like a slap in the face to, there's a lot of spiritual beliefs that believe in a sacred feminine, and I think that waving a pussy in front of a television camera is kind of a slap in the face to the sacred feminine. I think it's like a total, I can't even think, it's just so beneath what a sacred feminine would be. Like, to think that a sacred feminine would have to resort to spreading her pussy lips on Super Bowl television, I don't know, that's just me. But we can look at how pussy has manipulated our society. We look at, when I was a kid, and they're telling me that I have to believe in the Bible, which nobody ever took the time to read to me, and I never had the time to read because, there's other shit going on. And so we don't really study this belief that we say you're an American, you have to be a Christian because it's a Christian country and by God. But driving down the street, there's, this porn shop and that porn shop, and I remember even as a kid, I'm like looking at these porn shops, I'm like, you tell me that, sex is supposed to be one way, and when you're advertising dildos on the street that I have to drive by to go to Safeway or some other grocery store, whatever grocery store we go to, I don't know. Like I say, I'm a little baked right now, so I really don't have a point to this video other than, we've come all this way, right? We have ancient computers that today we have no concept of how to use these computers. And we have computers now that like my cell phone that I'm recording this on has enough technology to send a man to the moon in 1969, and we look at pictures of pussycats, and we sit here and we talk about how much smarter we are today. I don't know. I don't see it. And when I look around, when I go to the store, when I drive around, I don't see it. I see a bunch of very indoctrinated, people screaming about how free they are, and at the same time being like, no, you can't say that. And I don't know. I refuse. I'm not gonna sit here and be a slave to the freest country on earth. And I'm not gonna be a slave to pussy. Fuck that. I was talking to a girl the other day. I think she was like 35 years old, and she said when she was 17, she was counting how many people she'd slept with, and when she got to 200, she gave up. And she's 35 now. This is like double the age. With a lot more field time. And when we, I talked about this in a previous video, we look at Maury Povich and that 15-year-old girl that went on there with like 30 guys, and none of them was a father. And really? And we're smarter than they were in ancient times when the Bible was written, and I don't know. Hey, just stuff to speculate. There goes a motorcycle. I'm sure you could hear it. Peace, everybody. Have a great night.